All right, good evening, folks. Hey, Katie. How you doing? All right, folks, I know it's been a while, but we are going to try to see if we can get back into our Phoenix Point campaign tonight. It's been a couple months, and I say we're going to see if we can get back into it tonight because there were I think about two major releases to the game since I played it last earlier in the summer. There were two major DLC expansions. I don't actually have the expansions installed, but I think the expansions came with major updates to the base functioning of the game. So I wasn't sure if, when I started the game, if our old saves would still work or if I'd have to start over from scratch. But it does look like our save state is still intact, so we still have two bases. Our main Phoenix Point base and then a second base, this transfer point. And we still have our roster of soldiers that we left off with. Still currently 5 soldiers. 2 of them had been adopted by community members. This one belongs to our friend King, and this one belongs to our friend Husky Ninja. The other 3 are all assault soldiers. They are available for adoption, so we do have a list of people from when we started the campaign who did want to have soldiers named after them in the game, so if anybody is hanging out tonight. And speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Hey, King. Matter of fact, King, here's your alter ego, right? Your own in-game alter ego right here. But yeah, these other 3 are all available. And we did have a list of people, actually a pretty good sized list of people who said they wanted to have soldiers named after them. I was originally going to go down the list in order, but I think we're just going to go by whoever is hanging around. King said I forgot about him. Yeah, no, I didn't forget King. Yeah, you were the first one to volunteer. You and Husky both. But other than that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other people who want to adopt soldiers. So we'll see, if folks show up, and if so, we'll just give them a soldier first come first serve rather than in list order, I guess, the way it was the way I originally wrote it down. But yeah, like I said, there were, I think, about 2 or 3 major updates to the game. A lot of the gameplay function has changed. One of the things that I read is that it's supposedly they're making it a little bit easier for us to recruit new soldiers. And that was something I was trying to figure out how it worked in the last time we streamed it. So I do see there's a panel here that didn't exist before. Recruits available in 3 days. Maybe we'll get like random volunteers in game now, whereas before we kind of have to go to like these other havens and recruit soldiers, apparently. But when we looked at it last time, I couldn't figure out how it worked. But sounds like that whole part of the game changed. So maybe tonight we can expand our roster and get some more depth in our bench. Sorry. Katie said, Kojo, I fixed my flight sim, but I lost the liveries, and when I got to download them again, all there is a README file? Really? Oh, okay, Katie. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually done a reinstall of the liveries package in a while, so I don't know that I know if they've made any changes or anything to it. Yeah, so I'm not really sure about that. I think last time I looked at it, which was Sunday when we played it on Sunday, all my liveries were still intact. So, but I haven't, been to the website to see if we have any updates or anything. King, how you doing tonight? How's everything? All right, let's see what else. So here's our roster. Like I said, they put in this new recruit menu here, so we'll see how that works. So I got to research. Okay, so we're in the middle of researching these things called fireworms. So the very last time we streamed this, we went on this mission where we were fighting. There was a base infestation of these fireworms, and they were pretty nasty. They basically almost killed 2 of our soldiers just by setting them on fire. So I guess we're researching them now. Other than that, we've completed a crap ton of research. But from everything I've read, I mean, we're still really, really, really early in this game. I think this is only my 4th time streaming it. So that's about, 10 hours or so into the game. But from everything I've been reading online, I mean, there's still a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff for us to uncover. Like, right now we have 3 different classes, a heavy, an assault, and a sniper class. From what I understand, there's 4 more classes that I can unlock, plus a bunch of hybrid classes that you can combine skills from multiple classes with. So, I mean, we haven't really even scratched the surface of some of the depth in the game, so that's why I decided to, see if I could continue with that campaign, or if we had to start a new campaign from scratch. But I'm glad we can continue with it. So we'll see how we make out. King said, "I'm doing good. How are you?" I'm doing okay, King. A little tired, to be honest. A little tired. Almost kind of didn't stream tonight, but I figure I would get on and kind of commit to at least doing a couple hours, and we'll see how our playthrough goes here tonight. The one thing I was worried about was whether I was going to have to start this game over from scratch or not, but I'm glad I didn't, even after the major updates. So we won't lose too much ground, even though we're really early in the campaign from what I'm reading. Katie said I had to reinstall the game, uninstalled itself somehow. Really? Wow. Okay. The whole game, Katie? That's weird. Were you doing some flying today, Katie? Decide to change up from doing your VTC driving, I guess? Alrighty. So let me see. Where we were last time, we had... Yeah, I think we were at this base. We had just uncovered this haven for the second of the 3 factions that we can discover in the game. They're called the Disciples of Anu. I guess they're like a religious, I don't want to say cult, but basically a religious, a religion-oriented society, I guess. So we're the ones we fought like the fireworms or whatever for them and made friends with them. So right now we're on the good sides with them. And then the other faction is the Synedrian faction. We're in good terms with them as well. We've unlocked 2 bases, or discovered 2 bases for them. But one of the things that we have to make a priority in unlocking the bases is, can we recruit new soldiers? So from what I understand, the soldiers are ready to be recruited when you come and look at these bases, and there's like a little human icon sitting next to them. And I don't see that on these current bases. So this is some more information about that base itself, which actually I thought we had to travel there to get this information screen. Maybe they changed it, or maybe I just didn't know that I could simply click on it and expand this information. Katie said, I forgot about the convoy today, but I did drive from Cyprus to central France. Oh, you missed the convoy, Katie? Oh, sorry about that. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sounded like you were looking forward to it. But yeah, okay, so what I understand is as long as the base has a training center, we can recruit soldiers. Oh, there's a recruit here. He's named. Blake Super B. Callan. But it says we have to actually send an aircraft to the haven to recruit the soldier. Okay. But at least we don't have to travel to see if a soldier is available. So there's one right there. We can recruit a guy for the first time. Okay. That's good. I think we're going to want to do that because we do need to expand our roster. Yeah, I woke up late. Oh, okay, says Katie. The price you pay for being a night owl, Katie. You game all night and sleep all day. What time was the convoy in your time zone today? And Cyprus is an island near Greece, right? Is that that's not in the base game, is it? Is that on Pro Mods? They started earlier than planned? Oh, okay. All right, let me see what else. Elite residences, residential district, energy, and food. All right, so it tells us the price here. So if we travel here, we're going to have to pay, what are these stats again? Tech, materials, food. All right, these are the main things we have to trade with. Tech, materials, and food. Basically construction materials. So they want 240 food. We've got tons of food right now. Plus we have, I think, two food production facilities in operation. And chicken waffles, hello. Good evening. Welcome back. Chicken waffles, I was in the supermarket today and I actually saw some fried chicken on sale and frozen waffles. And I looked at both of them, but I decided not to. I decided I can actually make my own. I'll make my own probably sometime on Sunday. Because I have a really good waffle iron in my kitchen. So I think I'm just going to make my own. Yum, yeah. Katie said that is on Pro Mods. Oh, okay. All right. What the heck is that? All right, don't know what that is. All right, so it looks like we can recruit one guy here. Let's look at these other two havens. Oh, matter of fact, I can see him now. If I zoom in, I can see the human icon. So that tells us there's a recruit available there that we can hire. And there's one here as well, but not here. Yeah, I didn't realize I could see more if I zoom in. What is this? All right, let's click this. What do we get here? Haven info. So we can recruit another soldier. Kit. So they want 320 food, 638. What is it again? This one is materials. And 144 tech. So we don't have enough materials to recruit this soldier. So we're going to, looks like we're going to grind a little bit more before we can recruit either one of these. I think the ones that you get from these havens are like elite soldiers, and they have like special abilities, different classes than I guess what we have already. Let me look at this one again. This one you need 349 materials. So we could do this, but we'd be near broke on materials. Tech, we don't have to pay much at all. And food, we have tons of food. For right now, anyway. Matter of fact, let me double check. So I have 2 bases. I have a food production facility here. It's producing... Doesn't say exactly how much food we produce, but enough to feed 8 soldiers a day. Which right now would... Oh, we're running a +2 surplus per day, I guess. And then the other one, did we build a food production? We actually didn't. I thought we did. Let me see, can we build one now? Because not only do we need food to sustain... Hey, Callahan! How you doing? Not only do we need food to sustain our own soldiers, but it becomes a trading tool. So, how do we make a food production facility? I don't see one on the build menu. Is there one already here and I'm just missing it? Hang on. Food production. Store. Colin says, doing all right? Think you're getting sick though? Oh no, I hope not. But not worrying about it till Monday? Right. Well, I hope not. At least, you know, I hope it doesn't cramp your style for the weekend. Why can I not manufacture food production facility? Huh, I'm not sure about that. Equipment, armor, vehicles we can make. All right, I'm not sure about that. Can I only build it in certain spots, maybe? All right, we can't build anything here, but we can build these. No, it looks like my choices are the same in each slot. I don't know about that. All right, so we're building an uplink here. We have 20 power units being generated. I have stores here. I have a living quarters here, but I don't have a food production facility here. All right, well, I'm not sure about that part. Maybe I'll have to do some research on that offline. All right, so technically I could recruit the 1 soldier from this base immediately. We have enough materials to be able to do it. Can we get any more information about that soldier? Yes, okay, cool. So 180 hit points, 8 will, 19 movement. Okay, so this is a new class, Berserker. Berserker training gives them proficiency with melee weapons and handguns. Interesting, okay. And what do we have here? So this is what equipment they come with. Marduk's Fist. Disciples of Anu Warhammer. Oh, I like the sound of that. An Aksu helmet. Okay, so this looks like a male. So he comes with his own armor set. Leg, torso, and body armor. And head, I mean, obviously head armor. And here's his general health. Does not say that he comes with any... Well, yes it does. I'll take that back. I started to say it doesn't say he comes with any weapons, but he comes with a warhammer. But he can also use handguns, it looks like, so we, I guess, can make a pistol for him to also use if he can carry it. I'm tempted to recruit him right now, even though that's going to put us really low on materials, but I think we're a little overdue to expand our roster. And this being my very first playthrough, I don't even know that this is a good playthrough or not. We're still really just learning. So maybe we'll recruit this person right away, put them on the roster, and get rolling. Let me see. So yeah, so this is our drop ship. What do they call these drop ships? They have a name. Don't remember off the top of my head right now, but I think they can carry 6 people. Let me see. So our dropship's parked at the base right now. Can I see? Oh, it's here. 1, 2, 3, 6 slots. So I can carry 6 personnel. So we do have a slot on the dropship to hire somebody new. We got a second dropship I can put into service that's parked in our other base. I know each base I can have 2 dropships and 2 tanks. You know, I'm just curious. What if could I relocate this dropship to the other base if I wanted to? No, it doesn't look like it. All right. So I got the one parked here, the other one not. All right. All right, so in the meantime, as far as main campaign objectives, we have 2 things. So this is something they gave us very early in the game. We're supposed to visit this ancient facility, the Science Retreat. It's a research facility, and basically try to gain control of it for ourselves and find, whatever resources it has. And the other thing is we're supposed to find another base in Western Asia, another Phoenix base. But in addition to that, we have, we still got a number of other places we haven't explored with these question marks. We got some places we have already been to, or at least scanned. So these ones that have been kind of crossed, kind of slashed out or whatever, crossed out, are places we already ran missions on. We scanned and unlocked some place in the Far East here, kind of Eastern China, I guess that is. What is this, like North Korea here, I guess? And then this island here. I'm not sure what island that is. But looks like this is our priority mission right now so far, the Science Retreat. So I took a little bit long kind of investigating it, long enough that now the red mist has expanded and covers it, which is probably going to make our mission more dangerous. I'm not sure exactly what the red mist does once something's covered in it. But I think we're going to do this tonight pretty much right away because this is a priority mission, I believe. And I think the other base, this Western Phoenix base, is way out here. This might be it here. Actually, this is labeled now. It wasn't before. Phoenix Omega. This one is not covered in red mist yet. I don't know if we can get to this soon. This is a pretty long distance, and I don't know what kind of range our dropship has. But we got a priority mission here tonight, and the next priority mission is to find a Western Asian base. This is not Asia, though. This is... I guess it is West Asia. Never mind. Kind of West Asia, Middle East here. So this might be the base here. But I'm surprised we can actually see some information about it. We couldn't before, but that might be one of the mechanics they changed with the updates. I wouldn't mind going east and having some of these scanned. I believe we can send our dropship on the second base to do that, though, because... Well, we can once we get the satellite uplink built for that one. Right now we can... We're still building the satellite uplink, so our scans won't really work for this dropship until it has an uplink to receive data. So that's 4 more in-game days, so we're going to have to wait on that, I guess. But once this is up, we can probably send this dropship out to do more recon, separately from our combat team. All right. So let me double check. So our last mission, we kind of had some people in the hospital from being set on fire by those nasty fireworms. But it looks like everybody's healthy now. So I think we can get back into the field, get some stuff done. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and return to this. Well, actually, the base has a name. It's called Bertha. And see if we can recruit that soldier. So let's go take a look at that. All right, so Blake Superbeak Callan is available for this price. Let's see, do we have any more information? Well, we already looked at that, okay. Katie says BRB. Okay, Katie. They're building their own food facility here. Actually, it looks like we can lend them a hand for not a lot of resources. We can fix excuse me, fix up this facility for 9 material and 1 tech. This seems cheap to me. I guess we could get some brownie points from doing that. Oh, also it gives us information about what happens when the base is in the mist. So right now, this location is their status is mist status free, but it says increases starvation rate and the risk of Pandoran attack. So yeah, they'll have some challenges feeding their population. They have 11,673 people here. They're losing population at the rate of 122 a day, so they're not in good shape. Hope that doesn't mean people are starving. That's kind of grim. And they have no food. Actually, yeah, their food production is pretty. Seems like they're stressed. So again, we're still learning here. But I think I'm tempted to do. Let's recruit this soldier. So we got a new soldier on the roster. Got an achievement for that. So now we have 6 soldiers we can deploy. And since we have the resources in storage, let's lend them a little tech and material and see, maybe that gives us some more brownie points and increases our relations with them. Let's try that. All right, so so does that mean food production is online? All right, so we clicked that. I didn't get like positive confirmation of what that did, but we are getting other trade offers now. So they want to trade. Which is ours and which is theirs? See, I'm not sure about that. Oh, this is ours on the left side. So I can tell because the counts match our counts in the header here. So they want to trade. They're desperate for food? Is that what they're doing? Or I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how to read this. So they basically want to trade 4 units of material for 6 units of food, or 2 units of tech for 12 more units of food. But they're kind of hurting for food. Seems like they need food more than other stuff, so I don't know about that. Or we can be really antisocial and raid them and just take their stuff, which is nasty, but I don't want to do that. All right, so I don't think we're going to take advantage of any of this stuff. All right, but we do have a new recruit on board. Let's take a look. So here's our new recruit, Blake, with his badass battle hammer. That's interesting looking. Looks like he's wearing some type of breathing apparatus and stuff. Let's take a look at his skills and everything. Oh, he's not even leveled up. We can level him up. Well, actually, we can't. He's level 1 as a berserker. The rest of his levels are still locked right now. He needs some more XP. Or what they call EP, I guess. But let me see. We can give him basic training by using our Phoenix SP, our collective pool of SP. And we can also use that to, I guess... Well, no, this is immediate. So let's do that. That doesn't call... Oh, yeah, he already comes with that. All right, so I don't have to do anything with that. But then as far as his strength and speed and will, we could use base SP to kind of give him a little bit more of that. What else? What's his first unlock? Armor break. The next attack deals 30 additional shred damage. Use costs 3 will points. So gives him the ability to shred armor or additional shredding. And then the next one after that, close quarters evade. Attacks from enemies within 10 tiles deal 25% less damage. Okay, so like a defensive buff. I think the rest of our squad, for the most part, is level 4. So he's a little behind everybody else on level. And is there any way for me to kind of use our base to kind of catch? I mean, our base SP to kind of catch him up. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so his first 3 contribute to his base class, and then we can cross-train after level 4, it looks like. Alright, let's give him a pistol, because that's one of the things he can use. Alright, his max encumbrance is 18 weight. He's only carrying 4 weight worth of equipment, including his armor, it looks like. Wow, his armor's pretty light. It's only 1 unit. Wait a minute, is our armor that light? That's 3. Here's King's armor. So his body armor is 3, his leg armor is 3, and his helmet is 2. No, our armor is way heavier than theirs is, and I don't mean heavier in terms that it's better, but maybe their armor is like special materials, so it's really lightweight, which is kind of cool. Yeah, even Husky's armor is a total of 5. And then our assaults, their armor is 1, 4, 6. Yeah, their armor is all the same. So I guess our armor is heavier because it's older. Or less advanced, I guess. This guy's got just 2 weight in armor. Alright, well, let's give him some more stuff. We'll get him a med kit. And we'll get him a pistol. We have 2 types of pistols to choose from. There's actually we have 3 if I remember correctly. Yeah, we have the Synedrian laser pistol. We have the Cypher Phoenix handgun that we started with. And there's also, we unlocked on our last mission a hand cannon type. That we took off of those, it was that colony, welcome back, Katie. It was that colony of female warriors that almost killed us. We finally got through it. Like female warrior tanks. They were all walking around like beefy looking armor and stuff, looking like walking tanks. Yeah, Nurgle's Wrath. So that was the hand cannon we took off of them. I don't have enough resources to make another one right now because we traded most of our material for this recruit. Alright, so we might want to get him one of these later, but for right now, we'll just go with one of the ones we already have in the locker. So, give him a laser pistol. So let's compare this. Either this or our Phoenix handgun. 50 damage, 18 range, 8 round clip. And whereas this one is 50 damage, 27 range, 22 round clip. Let's go with one of these. And he's got plenty of capacity to carry that. What did that added 2 more weight. Okay. And spare ammo for that. Can he use grenades? Let me see something. So by comparison, King can use hand grenades. Equipment. Can I see hand grenades? Can I make hand grenades? Do I have enough material? I might not have enough material to make a new one. Let me see. Oh, yes, I do. I can make one. Oh, it's going to take us 4 hours to make it. It's not immediate delivery. Should I make 2? I'm surprised we don't have more in the locker, but I guess we've been using them a lot. Sorry, Callie, I missed what you said. You said, Sanu Smoo? What's that? Where did you see that? On one of the soldiers? All right, let's just make one for now because we're kind of low on material. Kind of shot our wad, getting us a new recruit. Let me see. Can I assign him to the drop ship? Or it looks like he's already assigned. Never mind. Futurama reference? Oh, okay. Yeah, I never really watched Futurama. All right. Anything else we can do with him? Let's see. He's carrying this. He's carrying his med kit. Can I switch these? I can. Wait a minute. What did I do there? Oh, I just unequipped it. And does this clip have ammo, it looks like. Yes, 22 ammo is equipped. And then extra clip of 22. Okay. All right, we'll see if he can be equipped with grenades as soon as we're finished building it. So that's going to take 4 in-game hours. Let's just run the clock.
The Disciples of Anu Haven is under attack.
Oh, what happened? So, Haven Bertha under attack by Pandorans, and we happen to be here. So, a new objective for us: stop the enemy invasion at Haven Bertha. Oh, wow! Before we could even
research complete.
Before we could even bug out, I guess, and they came under attack. All right, well, so I guess our trip out to the base here is going to have to wait. Looks like we got a mission immediately right where we are. All right, so attack by Pandorans, attacking force 1 point, defending force 7 points, operating range. I don't know what that means. All right, that looks like an immediate objective. I'm not even sure we can turn that down if we wanted to. Callahan says, I think they found a planet inhabited by giant Amazonian women. Oh, in Futurama. That's what the snoo is? Okay. Yeah, I know the ones that we were fighting here, which was, I think it was on this base right here. Yeah, they were pretty intimidating. I thought several times during the battle about retreating, but we got through it somehow. But, we kind of didn't know their backstory or anything too much. All right. So let me see how close are we to finishing that grenade manufacturing? Oh, it looks like it's done. It's not in the production queue anymore. Can we assign it to our new soldier? Let's see. All right, here it is. So can he equip it? Yes, he can carry a grenade. Okay. Good to know. So he can carry a pistol, a grenade, and a med kit. Same as Husky. All right. So, oh, we just came up with more materials somehow. A minute ago, we were a lot lower. How did we end up with more materials? I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure about that. All right. But in any case, we got a combat mission immediately. So let's do a save point here. And we'll take that on. Wait a minute. Am I on veteran skill level? Hold on. Gameplay. How do I change difficulty? I don't remember setting it to veteran, because it's kind of my first playthrough, so... I don't see where to change it. Alright, well, we've been managing so far. Hopefully that's not too difficult, so... Anyway, let's make a save here. Alright, let's go find something to fight. Alright, so Haven under attack. Attitude change on victory. So it's telling us that we will get +6 in relations with the this faction, Disciples of Anu, and +11. I don't know what this one means. Is this like our general public perception, I guess? Attacking strength is 1. 1 sounds pretty low. Maybe we can manage that. Defending strength of the Disciples of Anu is 7. Objectives. Intervene to eliminate the threat, protecting the Haven's key structures. If you are successful, you receive a reward from the Haven. So our reward is 30 tech, 262 materials, and 188 food. Sounds like they can't afford to give us food, because it sounded like people were starving here, but I'm not sure about that. But that's okay. We'll take what we can get, I guess. So this is a day mission. Low threat level, so it doesn't sound like a super difficult mission. Hopefully not, anyway. And we're fighting a Pandoran enemy that we've fought quite a bit. We should have some familiarity with them. Even though I do hear that the Pandorans evolve. So the more you engage with them, the species evolves and adapts to your tactics, so they continue to improve over time based on their engagements with you, which is kind of scary. But that's apparently part of the game. That's just a built-in mechanic, so... Alright, let's get rolling. Let's see what we got here. Haven defense objectives. Destroy all invaders, blah, blah, blah. Alright, got it. So 6 of 8 squad slots used. So we still have 2 more slots we can use for our squad. But we can only fit 6 on the dropship, so that's all we got right now. So last couple times we went out, we had King... Let's take a look at his loadout. Was using this brand new rocket launcher, or grenade launcher rather. Seems kind of okay, but by comparison, I'm not sure I liked it better than the heavy cannon he was using when we first started the game. I think we took it out on 2 missions, and with mixed results. So we might want to switch. Let me think about it a little bit. So blast of 60, shred 10, shreds armor at 10, effective range 25, blast radius 3.5, as opposed to the heavy cannon, which is damage 180, shreds 20, has a shock value. I didn't see a shock value on this one. Single shot weapon in both cases. Effective range 17. So less range is the biggest difference. Requires 3 action points to operate, same as that one. Clip of 6 versus 8 on the grenade launcher. And both are 2-handed weapons. Both are 5 weight, so no difference in weight penalty. King's almost at max encumbrance, so we'd be swapping one for the other. He can't really carry both. Weight for ammo is 2. Same here. I think based on playstyle, I like the hand cannon, heavy cannon better, but we're still evaluating the great grenade launcher, so let's take it out for one more mission and see how it works out. All right, let's go through and look at everybody else's loadout. We should be good to go. I don't think I want to make any changes. Here's Husky with his Firebird Phoenix sniper rifle. He has the Disciples of Anu hand cannon. Nurgle's Raft that we took off of those warriors on the last mission. And, of course, his med kit. Spare clips for both hand cannon and his sniper rifle. Clip of 8, clip of 10. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody else need anything else? Lise. First of our 3 assaults. She's got her main assault rifle, med kit, grenade launcher. Excuse me, hand grenade, not launcher. Spare magazine and spare grenade. And actually, can she carry more? I've heard it's a good idea to have more than one med kit. They said early in the game you can get away with carrying one, but you're going to want to carry more than one as you can carry them over time. So could I carry a second one if I wanted to? Yeah, I guess we could. We haven't needed to so far, but last couple missions, Lise kind of really took a beating. She's been kind of getting her butt kicked. She's been surviving, but she's been kind of taking a lot of injuries. Looks like we have 2 more in storage. All right, well, she's got enough capacity. Let's have her carry that one. And Jack has also been kind of taking a beating the last couple of missions, but he's also proven to be one of our stronger soldiers. Can he carry a second medkit? Looks like it. All right, and Damien as our 3rd assault. He can also carry something. Actually, now I think about it, the other thing I might want to do is kind of reserve some encumbrance for them to be able to carry stuff we find in the field. They got to be able to bring it home. So a lot of times when we're looting corpses or looting lockers, and hello, Trucker John, welcome. How you doing? But as we're looting our opponents, we need capacity for them to be able to carry stuff and bring it back with them. So I don't want to over-encumber them if I don't have to. And I think also while we're away, I should put an order in on manufacturing for some more med kits. All right. All right, let's go with that for now. Let's do that before I forget about it. Let's manufacture some more med kits. And how do I put that in the production queue? I think I just did, didn't I? Or did I? Did I? Let's see, I click 2 here. Manufacturer. Wait a minute, maybe they're already manufactured. It says instant. Yeah, they're in the locker, so we have those already. All right, we're good to go. All right, let's launch our mission. Trucker John says, I am back. I am doing okay. Good to hear. At first, John, I thought you were saying I am baking. Poison will inflict damage at the start of your turn, and then the poison value will reduce and inflict less damage the next turn until no poison is left. Okay. So we haven't had poison inflicted on us yet. I don't know what kind of enemies poison people. I'm sure we'll turn them up sooner or later. We did give our assaults chemical rounds, though, which I think has the effect of poisoning things that we hit. Trucker John says, was that link Alex sent you in German, or were you going nuts? No, it was in German. I watched it earlier today, actually, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we now have 6 soldiers on the battlefield for the first time. Which, under XCOM, 6 was the most soldiers you could you could have. It says we can have a roster of 8, but I don't know if that means we can have 8 on the battlefield. Alright, so we got Husky here. We got Jack there. He's kind of right next to our new recruit. Blake, aka Superb, or is it Super B? I wonder. I'm curious to see how this battle hammer is going to work. Seems like a pretty cool weapon. I just got to keep in mind with him that he's lower level than everybody else, so I don't want to kind of get him in too much trouble until we really comfortable on what he can do. All right, so here's Lise. Here's Damien. Husky. And here's King. All right. All right, so this is our first time on the Disciples of New Haven. Let's take a look around. See if we can see anything. All right, here's the boundaries of the operational map anyway. Interesting looking facilities. What is this, like a altar of some sort? I mean, they are supposed to be like a religious, religious, I guess, fundamentalist society. So maybe this is like a prayer altar or something. Very interesting architecture. Kind of cool looking. Look at that place. There's like a prayer cloth there, I guess. Fancy looking. Alrighty. Anyway, so okay. I started to say what I don't see is high ground. Because we've kind of learned over the last few missions, one thing we want to kind of do is get King in high ground. He's very effective from up high. He's got a rocket pack that will allow him to get to high locations. And he's got a grenade launcher that he can kind of lob shots across the map. What is that? Oh, here's an enemy. We can actually see him here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So, I don't know if anybody's line of sight on him yet, but we can get some intel. Alright, so it's a basic Arthron. We've faced these many times. Minimal armor. Standard amount of hit points. This one's not even carrying any weapons. Alright, that doesn't seem to be a major threat to us. Can we see any others yet? Not yet. But he's kind of inside that building. Where are we, relatively speaking? Alright, so we're kind of here. And I guess he's kind of right through this door right here. So he's not carrying any firearms. I mean, I guess his biggest threat to us right now is melee attack. So this might be a good target to send our new recruit Blake in, and see if we can get him an early kill, get him leveled up. All right, first let's see where else we. Well, let's look around and make sure we're not missing any other enemies. Don't see anything. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
On it.
I did not mean to do that. What did I do? Oops, okay. Good, I didn't do anything yet. Alright, let's see. How far can our new recruit Blake move first? So he can move here for 2 action points. He can move out here for 3. We're all the way here to 4. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to equip him with his hand cannon. And let's move him in this direction, see if he can get a better look. Actually, he gets line of sight on the target from here. Alright, let's move him here. Uh-oh, he found something else? What's he looking at? Wait, he sees something. What's he looking at? Let me look at that again. Well, that's the one I sent him to attack, but he sees... Oh, there! Oh, I didn't see that one. So where's that guy? He's actually behind us. The opposite side from the enemy he was just looking at. Let's take a better look. If I can get line of sight, I can't quite see him. So now that he's spotted, can anybody else see him? Alright, here's Blake. Let me check that again. Man, he's got better eyeballs than I do because I can't even see how he saw it. I don't even know where it is. Interesting. All right. Alrighty. I'll tell you what. I'm not worried about that one from where he is. He's got to move towards us, so I'm going to continue sending him where I originally was going to put him, which is here. Alright, you got a shot on that target yet? Alright, so torso shot, head shot. Legs. Arm. Alright, so he can get a shot on this guy now. But my guy is more of a... Our new recruit, he's kind of more of a melee specialist himself. So let me see. How much further can I move him and still Overwatch? I need 1 action point for Overwatch. I could actually move him a little bit further. Or I need 1 action point to just outright fire. So I could actually take a shot on this guy now and still have another action point left over, I believe. Yeah, he's got 2 action points left. Tell you what, let me take a shot now on this target, because I brought him here to do some damage on this dude. And try to get an early kill, and then see if we can put him in Overwatch after that. Actually, it's not a good shot. It's not a clean shot, because see how big his target reticle is? It means the inner circle, he has a good shot at hitting something. The outer circle, he could also hit. But he's got a good chance to miss also. Well, let's see if he can hit something. Let's see what kind of damage he does. Alright, so he's got some effects on that guy, including bleed effect. Technically, he could take a second shot. Thing doesn't have a lot of armor. But I think what I want to do is, I want to have him Overwatch right now. And let me see, how does that work? There's a way you can expand his cone of Overwatch. Alright, we'll do that. Oh, not that way, that way. And how do I click that? Enter it. I want you to do that. How do I do it? Alright, he's set. Alright, in the meantime, can anybody else see this creature? Damien looks like he's got a target. You can see him? You can. You can barely see him. You can't see that much of him. Let me see. Can we get any more intel on this dude? Same thing. Basic Arthron. Similar stats. No firearms. Alright. So, where can I move Damien to kind of cover? Actually, let me see. Where's Husky? That's Husky there, right? Reaction points to... What does he need to Overwatch with his main sniper rifle? 2 action points, okay. Or to fire it, he needs 3, so... He has no targets right now, it looks like, or does he? No. He does not. Alright. So, let me see about getting Husky set up someplace good, and then we'll see about the rest of the squad. If I put him about here, he can probably end up seeing both of these guys. Actually, he can't. Just one. All right. You can see that one there. And where can I move him anywhere where we could see the second one? Like maybe here? Or here? Hey, hello, Alex. How you doing? Here. He can see both from here. It's going to cost him 3 action points to move there. Also, if I gave him his hand cannon, can he overwatch for 1 point? He can. Alright, so let me do that. Let me move Husky to kind of this position. He found another target. We got 3 now. Hold on. He saw another one. So who do you see this time? That one we know about. Oh, there's a third one. We didn't see that one. And then that's the other one he did know about. Let's check out this one real quick. Ah, this one's a little more heavily armed. So he's got an acid launcher arm and a viral machine gun. Ah. So this guy's got firearms, so we're going to have to watch out for him. But he doesn't have that much range with that machine gun. He's going to have to move towards us to get some damage done. Alright, so scratch my previous plan. I was going to leave Husky kind of out here in the open where he could see both of the 2 that we know about. But I'm going to want to give him some cover for the next turn, I think. So let's see, if I move him here, that only takes, what, 1 action point? Yeah. Or I can put him here. I'm more worried about this one than the other one. So I could put Husky there. He'd have cover from a position to fire on both of them, maybe. Let's see, maybe here. Or here. How about here? Let's move Husky here. You can shoot that one or that one. I mean, it's not a great shot. It's a long shot for him, but that's okay. He is a sniper. Alright. What about if I give him a sniper rifle back? He can't overwatch, right? No, he needs... Actually, can he? No, he can't overwatch with that. He can overwatch with his handgun, though. So let's do that. If they move close towards us, he'll get a shot, so... Give him a little bit more wider range.
Holding position.
Alright, so we got him on Overwatch. And we still got 4 more soldiers to deploy. Alright, let me see what else I got. So I got King. Where's King? There's King. So, just out of curiosity, let me see where King can reach with his jump jets. I can get him up here on this roof. I get him here where there's a little bit of cover. I don't know what this structure is here. It looks like some type of power plant, maybe a power reactor of some sort. I can get him up here, but there's no cover from that direction. Or maybe here. Here. That's not really cover. Alright. Alright, so where can we move him just deploying him on the ground? I can put him to about here. I would use up all his action points, but he'd be ready to do something on the next turn. Do we have any other good cover? Alex said, I found it today. I applied for an apprenticeship. You mean that conductor job you mentioned, Alex? Or this is a different job? Let me see. Some cover here. Kind of low cover. Tell you what, let's move King to this position here.
Running.
He can do something on the next turn. Alright. And now our 3 assaults that are left. I think I'm going to move Damien to work with our new recruit, Blake. I think I'll move him to this direction. Just to kind of watch Blake's back a little bit. Actually, if I move him here, you can still see this one and the other enemy on our backside. Where is he again? He's here. I see him. Alright, so we're kind of setting up defenses on 2 flanks, which is not ideal. Alex says, yeah, conductor apprenticeship. Okay. And you still have to find out whether or not you're going to get an interview, though, right, Alex? All right, let's move Jack to here. I'm going to have him work with, kind of watch Blake's backside, or front side, technically.
Targeting.
So he can see that guy who is facing Blake, or that one on our backside that is not armed. Let me see. Oh, he's got a good percentage chance of hitting this guy. Actually, I think Jack could kill this one. If he hits, that is. His target reticle's kind of wide, which means it's kind of a long shot. But I really want to try to get our new recruit, Blake, an early kill. So I don't think I want him to shoot this guy. Maybe I'll move him. Make a second move. Or maybe I'll have him shoot the other one. Kind of reduce their forces on that side. Actually, Jack can see all 3 of them. No, he can't. He can only see 2. He's aware of the 3rd one, but he has no line of sight. I see. Okay. Also, he has a special ability. He has the dash skill, which I think I gave to all my assaults. Kind of increases his movement speed for 1 turn. Alright. I think it's just better if I just put him in Overwatch. If he kills the guy, then too bad. But I just want to have something that I just want to have him protect our new recruit a little bit. So if he moves past this area, just take the shot. All right, and now we got Lise and Damien left with what actions to take. All right, so I'll start with Lise. Let's see. Lise can see both of them from this direction. I think I'm going to have Lise kind of reinforce this side where King and Husky are. Because that's the one other enemy we're aware of that has firearms. So he becomes a bigger threat. Actually, from here, she could see all 3 targets. Let me see. What does this guy have again other than an assault rifle? He's got an acid launcher. So it's an organic grenade launcher. Okay, so he kind of has a grenade launcher of his own. That dude ain't no joke. And a viral machine gun. So he's got some nasty... and he's got a special ability, return fire, which means for every shot that we hit him with, he will return fire on the same turn. Alex says, if my application was successful, I have to complete an online verbal numerical assessment. Okay. If I get to this stage, I'll be slowing down on streams as I want to make this my priority. Yeah, sounds like a good idea, Alex. Yeah, you definitely want that to be your priority, right? That's a job you want, so perfectly understandable. All right, so let me move, let me see, that's Lise, right? Yeah. Lise is there, and who do we have? Damien here. I can move Damien to a position like this, and he can cover two sides. And then I can move Lise to a more forward position, and she can see... Whoops, let me do that. Hang on. Switched her weapon by accident. Let's move her to here. She can see all three targets.
Hostile!
Wait, did she uncover a fourth? I think she did. Oh, we got another one there. All right, wow. So what do we got here? Let's take a look. Triton Strangler. I haven't seen that one before. Pretty well armored in general. Doesn't have any particular higher amount of health, though. Let's see, regenerates 10 hit points per turn. And can regenerate body parts, it looks like. So we could, even if we blow off a limb, it looks like it'll regenerate that limb over a couple turns. And he has double perception. Character's perception range is doubled. So he can see, I guess, way across the map. Katie's going BRB again? Okay, Katie. Alright, well that one's interesting. I've never seen this enemy type before. Let's take a good look at it if we can. Boy, he's kind of evil looking. Alright, let me see. Lise, can you actually see him? Like, do you have line of sight or you just came across him? Yeah, she doesn't have line of sight immediately. She has immediate line of sight only to the one she was just looking at. So where is he? He's on the backside, right? This way? That way, yeah. I see. But I'm thinking if she moves here... Well, she can still see that one, but I need her to kind of worry about the one up front. She can see all four from here. All right, let me keep moving her there. All right. So this one, can she get a shot on him? She can. Not a great shot, again. Because of our target reticle is showing really wide. Alright. Do I want her to cover that side or this side? I mean, I moved her over here to cover the guys on that side. Alright, I'm going to have her cover this side. Where's the one? Yeah, I want that one. Can she get a shot on him? She can shoot his weapon, it looks like. Alright, what about a grenade? What kind of range does she have with her hand grenade? Where is she? Where's Lise? She's right there.
Yes.
Nope, she can't throw that far. Alright, so I think I'll just put her on Overwatch for now. We'll see what they do at the end of the turn. I'm just gonna have her cover about like this.
Providing Overwatch.
Alright, now we have Damien's got the last set of moves. I'm going to move Damien over here to see if he can see this guy at all. Can move him there, maybe there. Here. He can see 2, but not the 3rd. Maybe move him this way. So we got 3 on that side, 3 on this side. Of us, that is. Nobody on this side has firearms. We got 1 enemy on the battlefield that has firearms, so I don't have to worry about cover as much, except for with that guy. So I can move him here for 2 turns. I can dash him here. I could use a special ability and move him a lot further and still shoot. I could do that. That dash ability he has. Not as worried about that though. Let me... Alright. A little risky. I'm not as worried about cover. Let me move him to here. And I have him Overwatch for this side. Where this, whatever this thing is called. What's it called again? The, hang on. What's this new thing called? The Triton Strangler. So let me have him Overwatch to this side and dare the Strangler to come at us, I guess. Let's cover to about like that.
Holding position.
Alright, their turn. Husky gets an Overwatch shot with his pistol. And it looks like
Enemy down.
Lise finished him off. Good one. And there's our new recruit Blake. Took another shot at that Arthron. I couldn't tell if he hit or not. And looks like something else is moving on the battlefield. We can't see it, but that, I guess those indicate sound waves. We can hear it. Oh, here's another one we didn't see. Looks like Jack gets a shot on him. Oh, did some good damage, and something else is coming. Looks like another new enemy spawned on to the battlefield. We got no Overwatch turns left, though. Alright, so we got 2 getting really close to Blake. And I think that's the end of their turn, I think. Oh, not quite. So that guy moved towards us in Overwatch, and here's our Strangler, or whatever he's called. Damien took a shot at him. Oh, he's got a long range of motion. Holy crap. He got on us pretty quick. So I got 3 right in this area, right in Blake's face, pretty much. Alright, so let's see what Blake's looking at. He's kind of surrounded, it looks like. We gotta get some kills in this turn. So there's Blake. Who are you looking at, Blake? So let's give him his battle hammer. See if he can smash some fools. Because we really want to see what he can do. Our newest recruit. So no valid target. No valid target? What does that mean? All right, so this is our first soldier that has a melee specialty. I don't quite know how we trigger his weapon. All right, let me see. So he's looking at any one of these three, kind of within a tile of him. Oh, we got two of these strangler types, whatever they are. This guy's hurting now. He's got quite a bit of bleed going on, and he's also, it says, infected by virus. That might be because our assaults have viral rounds. So he might be poisoned by basically our chemical rounds. Welcome back, Kitty. Alex says, yeah, if I pass that, I have an interview, then drug and alcohol test, then class for 12 weeks, then training on trains. Okay. So by the time you go through all that, assuming you get an interview soon, you would be kind of in winter, right in the dead of winter there. All right, so let's see. What kind of range of motion does Blake have? He can move here in one turn for 1 action point, smash this dude. Then maybe here for 2 more action points. I might be able to actually have him attack 2 of these guys. I don't know how much he needs from his weapon to kill. But we're here to learn, so might as well find out. So, let me see. How does he attack? Does he have to be adjacent? Let me see if I can find out more information by looking at him. So, he's a berserker. His berserker training makes him proficient with melee weapons. What does he do to melee? Does he have to be adjacent? Does he have to be in the same tile? Doesn't start till next year, says Alex. Oh, okay. And Captain Loser, hello, good evening, how you doing? What's up with this Cronenberg XCOM? Hey, this is Phoenix Point, which is from the original designer of original XCOM. So this has legit XCOM DNA all in it, man. If you didn't know that. So let me see. You can move here for 1 action point. The thing that's improved about this, in my opinion, Captain Loser, the combat has engineered out RNG. So no more kind of, being in somebody's face with a shotgun and missing the 99% shot. The way it works is, for example, I'll show you. So who has a target? This guy. So Jack. If I get him set up with his assault rifle, for example, he has basically a tactical range of attack judged by that target reticle. So he'll definitely hit something within the outer ring. He has, if he hits something within the inner ring, he does even more damage. So as long as I can see my target, I can hit something and give some type of effects, bleed, damage a limb, cripple his head, things like that. So it's a lot more tactical in that way. And unlike XCOM, I'm not running the risk of, basically missing a shot in the clutch. I know based on this, these chances that I'm going to hit something. It's just a matter of what kind of damage I want to deal to him and, how useful that's going to be in that situation. So I think there are a lot of improvements in the combat mechanics. I mean, a lot of improvements. I'm not sure I like the plot as much as I liked, XCOM Enemy Unknown, for example. So I'm still kind of getting used to the exposition and the world building. It's kind of slow and boring in parts, but the combat is definitely better. So, but this is my first playthrough. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still learning it. I started streaming it earlier in the summer. I put it down for a couple months. This is my first time getting back into it since then. All right, so we got 3 guys around here. I really want to know how this melee attack works. So let me just come adjacent to this dude and see if we can smash him. Hit enemy with held item. You bet. He resisted the damage. Wow. He can take another one though. Let's try it. And does he have another one? Has he more action points? He has 1 more action point. Sure, I'll take it. Or I could just retreat him. Hang on. So for that 1 action point he has left, I can retreat, actually. So he didn't do as much damage as I would hope. How about if I switch to the hand cannon and just blast him point blank? Can we just execute, dude?
Bullseye.
Not quite. Alright, so he took a nasty shot in the head. But he's pretty tough. He's still hanging in there. Alright. And Jack, you are... Blake is out of action points. Alright. So... he's got 2 other assaults hanging out here. So I think what we need to do is we need to... First of all, we need to have somebody double back and finish this guy off because he's adjacent to Blake. I don't want us to lose our brand new recruit on his first mission. So somebody's got to kind of move in here and take this guy out. So let me see. I got Jack closest to him. And I got Damien on that side, right? Yeah, here's Damien. So I can move here for 2 action points. Does he have a shot from where he is, though? He does. It's not a tight shot. If I maneuver him, he can probably get an even better shot. That's the other Arthron coming up behind us. And this Strangler is still at full strength. We need to get this guy out of here, too, on this turn, if we can. And that's the other Arthron. He's still at full strength. But I'm worried most about this one, because this is the one that's in Blake's face. Actually, both of these 2 are closest to Blake. Actually, all 3 of these can hit Blake. Alright. So let me see. If I move Damien here... I tell you, let's double back Damien, move him here.
Moving out.
See if I can get this one guy dead. I want to get him out of Blake's face. Wow, he's tough. He's still standing. Does he have any more shots? I don't think so. All right. He's barely alive, though. All right, what else can I do? So I got Jack over here. Jack has a grenade, right? I can have Jack drop a grenade on these 2, for example. Well, actually, no, because Blake is so close he couldn't hit. Actually, if I targeted just right, he would finish the one off and damage the other. Although, oh, that one is injured. Okay. Let me see. He would have 2 action points used to drop this grenade. I can still have him make an attack after that. So let me see. If I drop a grenade with the first attack, can he then shoot this dude after that? Probably could. So I can have him make 2 attacks, including a grenade attack, without moving. Or if I move him, I can have him just move and make 1 attack. Hey, good evening, sir. How you doing? And Husky! Welcome. Husky, you're in action. You're over here operating with these 3 set of guys. You're right there. No kills yet tonight, Husky. We're still on our first mission. You know what? This guy might bleed out and die. I might not need to kill him. Because if this works kind of like that mechanic in Darkest Dungeon, once you put a bleed on somebody, I think the bleed effect gets applied before their next turn. So he might die before he has a chance to attack. That guy's almost dead. I might not have to worry about him. All right, let me see about this grenade again, though.
Taking action.
If I can drop this grenade in the right spot, I can take his uncertainty off the board. So, right there. So we get damage on the 1, and we maybe... Yeah, if I'm here, I would damage Blake. If I'm here, I wouldn't. Assuming he doesn't miss. And he still have 2 action points left over to take action, so let's try that. See if that works. Don't miss. Did it. Alright, damaged 1, killed the other one, and he still has an attack left. 2 action points left, yes. So, give him his assault rifle back, and see if we can at least do something with this dude. He hit, but not all his shots hit. So that guy's still alive, but barely. He's got a serious bleed going on now. Alright, so he's done. So all my soldiers on this side have used up their action points. These 2 guys get actions on the next turn. So we might take some whoopings right now. Again, these are well, this one isn't, but this one's a brand new enemy type for us. I'm not sure how strong he is. We'll probably survive this one's attack. It depends on how many attacks he can get on a round. I don't know about Blake. Blake is... Well, no, he's got 180 hit points. Okay. He might be okay. Damien's got 200, and Jack's got 190. They can tank a couple attacks. I guess we'll see. Alright, let's see about the squad on the other side, who they can see. Oh, you know what? I forgot. King's got the grenade launcher. I may be able to get him to lob a grenade from where he is. I don't know how much range he's got. Let me see. Maybe he can finish these dudes off without us having to worry about them. Oh, wow. He's got enough range, but he couldn't do it without dropping a grenade on our new recruit, Blake. So, oh, man, if I could just get that positioned just right. No, there's no way for me to not hit Blake, it looks like. I mean, I could probably get one of them dead. I could get this guy dead, I think. Yeah. Or maybe I can get this one dead. Maybe I just pick one and not the other. Yeah, if I drop the grenade here, he could probably kill that guy. Yeah, right there. Alright, that might be worth doing. Let me hold that move in my back pocket. Husky, what can Husky do? So let me give Husky a sniper rifle back. Does he have any immediate targets? No, he does not. Husky cannot actually... He doesn't have line of sight on any of the other ones. That's too bad. Oh, wait a minute. What's he got there? Oh, no, that's one of our own. All right. But I can move Husky. Let me see. Maybe I can move him and get a shot. Oh, give me Husky again. Maybe I can get Husky over here and finish one of these dudes off. So let me see. That would be one action point, and you still have 3 left. He might be able to take that dude out. Or here. What else could he see? Or I can move him over here to get a shot on that guy. He's still the most dangerous on this side. This guy's getting close to us, though, but he's not as dangerous. And I'm not accounting for one. There's actually 5 enemies on the board right now. Where's the other one? Oh, right here. Crapola. He's right in front of King. Okay. Alright, what about Lise? Who can she see? She's got the one right in front of King. She's got that dude way back there who's got the only firearm on the board. And then she can see that guy. She can see 3 of them. What kind of shot can she get on this one? If I can finish him off, that would simplify the problem. If she can hit. That's not a clean shot for her. Let me see. What about a grenade? Can she drop a grenade on any of these guys? She can grenade that one, but that's probably about it. Or she can shoot any one of them outright. Or I could have her fall back and try to get these guys dead. How far can she move and get a shot? Here, here, here? No line of sight? No line of sight from any of these positions? Really? Why not? Saya says, I love that tactic. Which tactic was that, Saya? Sorry. Husky said, don't worry, I'll kill all the things. I hope so, Husky. We're still trying to get you leveled up. Also, apologize if I'm delayed in responding. I'm half lurking while leveling up my amazing new Bloodborne character. Nice. Captain Loser says, recruits are there to take the hits, though. That's one way to look at it, Captain Loser. I try to keep my recruits alive because we want them to keep leveling up and turn into beasts. The bleed mechanics is, say, letting the DOT finish off dudes. Yeah. I love that in Darkest Dungeon, yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure if it works the same way as it works in Darkest Dungeon. Oh, I know why I don't have line of sight, because I'm not equipping her assault rifle. That's why. My bad. Let's take another look at that. So she can move here and shoot that dude. She can move here and shoot 2 dudes. Well, she can't shoot twice. She can shoot twice from where she is, but not if she moves. Actually, she could shoot 3 dudes right now. This guy's getting really close. He's probably going to attack King if I don't move King. I'll tell you what. We're going to fall back. I got to get these 2 guys dead, and then we'll worry about the other guys coming at us later. Let me see about Husky first. If I move Husky here, he can get that guy hopefully headshot and dead. So it's not a big move, it's just a couple tiles, but it should be okay. Yeah, that's the one right in front of Blake. Nice tight reticle. Can shoot him right in the ass for style points. The leg, the torso. I think this is a kill shot. I think any of these are kill shots. All right, Husky, take the shot. All right, one down. GG, Husky. And we got the other one on that side. Let me see something. King, still carrying his grenade launcher. Grenade launcher does not have Overwatch, right? No, it does not. So, he has no way of protecting himself on an Overwatch. Lise has the only potential Overwatch left, but she can also move and kill this guy. So, I would have to... Let me see how that works. Oh, I don't have focus. There we go. That's Lise. She'd have line of sight here. So let me see. She moves here. That's 2 action points. Her shot would be 2 more action points. She'd be out of actions, but this is probably a kill shot. If she doesn't miss. And then we just have to have King fall back a little bit, get some range from this one. Hang on a second. Let me check one more thing. So she can see which ones again? That one, and that one, which is the one I wanted to kill. There's a 4th one on the board she can't see. Where's the 4th one? All right, let me see who else can see. All right, that's King. King doesn't have line of sight on these guys? I don't know why not. That's weird. Oh, you know what? I could also jump jet King out of harm's way. I kind of forgot about that. I can jump jet King to higher ground like right here, and then they can't hit him. That one could, the one back here could hit him with a weapons attack, a firearms attack, but yeah, I could jump jet King out of harm's way. I don't have to worry about him on this turn necessarily. Maybe I'll try that. Like here maybe. Or here. Here. I'll tell you what, I'll do that last. Let's just see if we can get Lise to kind of double back and kill this one. So I'll move her here. She'd have a good line of sight. The other thing is, if the other one over here who's got the rifle, I don't want him to come around here and shoot her in the back. So if I could somehow move her over here plus have cover, that would be better. She might be able to do that from here. Let's try that. All right, and see if we can get this guy dead. All right, good job. Lise got that guy dead. So we still got 3 active on the board. We can see 2 of them. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, wait. I still have action points with Blake? No, he doesn't have action points. No, he's got no action points left. Okay. Give him his Warhammer back. He can't do anything, right? No. Alright, so far so good. We haven't taken any injuries yet, and we got, what, 3 of them dead now? Alright, King actually can go on offense, but I'm worried about this guy attacking him. Let me see. So
On it.
he can drop a grenade on that guy. I don't know how much damage his grenades do. Is that a kill shot? No, it looks like he'll take about half of his health. Alright. What about this guy? He's got range? Yeah, he could hit that one. Alright. I think I'm going to wait for King. I want to get him off the ground and reduce his chances of being hit. How about right here? He'd have cover from two sides. That wouldn't be too bad. Or a little higher, maybe. I mean, his grenades have plenty of range. As long as I can get him in a place where he can't get shot by this guy. This is the only one that can shoot him. Everybody else is... All the other Pandorans have melee attacks, so I'm not worried about him as long as he can't get shot. Let's put him... Also, can that creature climb up and get to where he is if I put him up here? Let me look at this a little closer. Yeah, these look like these might be ladders, so I would assume that creature could climb up this ladder and then up that ladder if I put King right here. So if I can put him here instead, is that cover? Let me see. Yes, that looks like that would be cover from one side. Well, not that one, this one. 2 levels up. Let's try that. Alright, so he's got cover from that side. Do you have any action points left? He's got 1 action point, but he can't do anything with it. Alright, any other actions? Alright, so we got Blake free and clear since we killed everything on his side. We found out how his Warhammer works. It wasn't enough to kill him 1 turn, but maybe he'll keep leveling up because he's only level 1. Maybe he'll be able to one-shot people eventually, but right now he's not quite strong enough. Alright, I think that's it. I think we're at action points.
Remember the Book of...
Excuse me? What? Oh, we got 2 more in the battlefield moving that we can hear, but we can't see. What are they doing? Killing people, I guess. They're killing the natives. Alright, so that one retreated. And what's this guy gonna do? He's moving a little closer to where King is and went on Overwatch. Okay. I'm not sure if he knows where King is. I don't know what that sound was. So I think they're killing the disciples of Anu, it sounds like. Do we have a stat that says how many of them are dying? Doesn't say. So our objectives just says kill all enemies, key structures protected. So we're trying to protect their artifacts, I guess. Alright, so he moved towards us. He can't get to King, or at least he chose not to try to get to King. Alright, let's start with Husky. Let's see what Husky can see from where he is. Husky can see this dude. So Husky's got 1 kill already. And he can see this guy's weapon. He can see kind of his body armor. He can see 1 arm. He can see 1 leg. These all look like kill shots. So he can do that without moving. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. So let me see. I got I got Jack here. Jack has a target, it looks like. Who can he see?
Targeting.
He can see the same guy through the window. So that would be a trick shot for Jack. All right. What else? King can lob a grenade on his head. Blake can't do anything from where he is. He can probably get a pistol shot, but he has no immediate targets. Let me see. If I give him his pistol and move him, can he kind of get in on this action a little bit? Line of sight anywhere. Can move him here. That would be three action points. Yeah, he can get a shot here. You can only see one of them. Where's the one that retreated? Hang on a second. Where'd that guy go that retreated? Here. So he's hiding back here. All right. Woo, go me, says Husky. Go Husky. Husky the Executioner, we call him, guys. When we did our XCOM playthrough last summer, that's eventually the nickname that Husky earned. Actually, Husky was so badass by the end of the campaign, he had two nicknames. I can't remember what the other one was now. It was Husky the Executioner and... I'll think about it. All right. All right, so we can see two, but we know there's still two more on the battlefield. They were moving through this structure. So we can kind of see these beacons. I think these are supposed to represent like sound waves. No, that we can hear them on the move, but we can't actually see them. So we do have to worry about them too. But that also tells me we need to get the two that we can see dead quicker. So we don't get overwhelmed. Because at one point we had like 5 on the battlefield at the same time. We've got most of them dead. But we got to keep working it, I guess. All right, let me see. Since King is kind of up here, where can King rain grenades? He can't hit this side of the structure from where he is. So I would say this looks like a pretty important building. I would imagine this is a key facility. Looks like a power plant of some sort, or power, who knows what. So we probably don't want any collateral damage against that structure. I can probably get him to drop a grenade on either one of these two guys where they are. This little building over here does not look like a key structure to me. That might be a little, who knows what. I have no idea. Oh, that's the wrong... That's
Executing.
Jump jet. So, let me see. He can hit this guy. Could he hit this guy from where he is? He sure could. Half damage there. More damage here. I think getting this guy dead is a bigger priority because this guy is carrying 2 different types of firearms. So, let's do that. Alright, so he got 50% damage on him. He's got bleed effect, his armor's shredded, and I saw, what else did he have effective? Boy, that tactical screen that shows you what damage was dealt is good, but it fades out so quick. I can't tell. So he's bleeding 50 points a turn. Everything's disabled about this guy except basically his main armor plate. This guy's in bad shape. Actually, we destroyed his weapons. He's got no weapons left. And he's bleeding. I don't know. Is he going to survive another turn? He might not. All right, so that wrecked his day. So he might retreat after this. If he does, I might have King chase him down and finish him off. Or actually, we could just probably have Husky finish him off. I think Husky can see him, right?
Identifying target.
Husky could finish him off. Although I think I'd like to leave Husky on Overwatch for the other guy. I mean, they're both hurting right now. We're kind of giving them a little bit of a whooping. It's kind of been slow and methodical, but I mean, we're inflicting some damage and we haven't taken any injuries yet, so we're doing okay. What else can we do? Jack, where's Lise? Lise got the last kill. She basically killed the one that was over here. Also, Blake, I want to try to continue to get Blake in the action because he's our lowest level soldier. I want to get him some kills. Even if they're cheap kills, I want to do it. So, one action point, move him here. Would he be able to see any of them if I move him here with his hand cannon? He can see that one. Again, it's a trick shot probably, though. What if I move him way back here? How far can I dash him? Is this our furthest motion? Right here, maybe? Yeah, that uses up, looks like all his action points. But that might be okay, because I want him to be forward. I want him to kind of be towards the front lines. And also, what is this? What is this that's glowing? What is that? The hell is that? I guess. Looks like a regeneration tank or something. That's interesting. Yeah, we've never been on in this colony's facilities before, so they've got some interesting tech. I just don't know what I'm looking at. All right. All right. I think I want to move Blake on this side of the battlefield, even if he doesn't do anything on this turn. Because I just want him in on the action a little bit more. If I move him here, well, he wouldn't have cover. I don't want to do that. Never mind. What about here? Actually, what if I move him next to Lise? Let's move him here. So he's more or less a rookie. So he has line of sight on this guy, but again, this is kind of a trick shot through a window. Looks like if he hits, he would kill it. But I don't expect him to actually hit. He's probably not going to get it through that window. It's a long shot, judging by the size of his target reticle. So maybe I just leave him on Overwatch instead, and maybe he'll get lucky.
Overwatching.
You do that. All right, so we're clear on this side. I think the enemies that we're worried about are only on this side and this side, so... Let's see, we got Jack on that side. King shot his wad. Lise still has actions to give. I can move her back to her original position. Or I can move her to a new position. Let me see. Or, can I have her move, like, way over here with her dash? I could do that. She could finish him off. Actually, any of the assaults probably could. Well, no, Lisa's the closest. Never mind. Damien. Well, he could too. I got to be careful also not to cluster. Actually, I already made the mistake because I clustered Lise and Blake right here. Because this one that's still alive, he carries a grenade launcher of sorts. So, Yeah, I kind of forgot till just now. Also, I don't know how much range the ones in back of the building have. Can they get to the... Actually, there's 3 of them over here. I can see 3 sound waves now. Holy crap, how many do we have? Alright, tell you what. Husky, kill this one. That's the one he can see. Hopefully Husky can finish him. We need to stop messing around and get these guys dead. He missed. Alright, no problem. Let me see. Does Husky have another shot, though? No. He can Overwatch, though. He can pistol Overwatch, so that might be okay. Let's do that. I'm just sorry he missed. That was a tough shot, though. If we could have got him killed, that would have been great, but that's alright. Husky's not done yet. Alright, and let me see. Jack. Move here for Overwatch, or move here. Or any cover on this side? Not within the first 2 action points. Alright. Don't want them over here because they're already clustered, so maybe here. Maybe here. Or maybe just dash them a little further. Or maybe I could put people on the roof up here with King. I don't know if he can get up there. Or if I can get him here, maybe he can watch the window for these other 3 moving through the back of the building. Don't worry about him being offensive on this turn. Maybe like right here or something? Or maybe put him here on this turn. And then get him up on the roof on the next turn, maybe. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. Let me see, I'll move and use up all his action points, but he'd have cover. Alright, what else? King can't do anything. He doesn't have enough action points left. Alright. Oh, I forgot. King has a melee attack of his own. I forgot about that. Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Lise might also be able to get this guy dead if I move her to the right spot. I mean, she's already got 1 kill. But I don't mind her getting another one as long as it keeps everybody else safe. That's what assaults are supposed to do. They're supposed to charge up front and take shit out. Alright, I think I'm going to move Lise here back to where she was. And just have her Overwatch. Same area. Actually, even wider. Just in case they come through the building or something. Because I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Alright. I'm not sure what's coming through the building, and I don't know what they're capable of. Alright, so Jack, King, Damien are my last moves. Okay, King doesn't really have any more moves. He doesn't have enough action points to actually do anything. Husky said, I didn't miss. I destroyed a tactical section of a wall next to it. I stand corrected, Husky. Alright, Damien and Jack still have moves. So let me see. Oh, there's a little bit of cover right there. I didn't see that before. Let me move Jack to there.
Moving now.
That way you can kind of see through the building a little bit. Let me put him on Overwatch. Kind of like that. And then we got Damien, and King is really out, so just Damien now. Can't forget about this one, even though he's got quite a ways to move to come do us any damage. Being a melee creature, but I don't want to forget about him. I don't want to forget to account for him. So I should probably move Damien in a position to cover that area. Well, actually, I got Husky here with a pistol overwatch, and I got Lise here with an assault rifle. And also got Blake here with a pistol overwatch of his own. Before I commit to that, let me make sure nothing's coming behind us again. Oh, there's one back here. I'm glad I looked. There's one hiding back here that we can hear, but we can't see. Yet. Alright, so I'm glad I checked. So I better still have at least one person covering that side. Let's make that Damien. So let me see. Damien can move here for 2 action points, or I can move him even further to here. What's that? Hang on a second. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a dead one. Never mind. He did. D-E-D-D did. Maybe I can move him here. Or here. 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 Let's try here.
Let's go.
Let's go. Alright. Put him on Overwatch. Just in case this guy gets cute. And that's it. See what happens now.
Anu will teach you.
Oh. So disciples of Anu are inside the building killing, or going toe to toe anyway. They're not defenseless. Okay, that guy did bleed out and die. All right, so that's good to know. It does work that way. Saya. So yeah, he basically bled out before he could take action on that turn. All right, good to know. So what is going on in there? I think we're missing a party inside the building there. Hey! I had Overwatch on that side. Nobody saw him moving? Nobody? That's kind of cheap. I mean, between Husky and Lise, somebody should have saw him. Alright, well, let's refocus our attention on him a little bit. So Lise can see him right here. He's at full health. He hasn't taken any damage. Alright, so Katie says BRB in a few. Okay, Katie. Let's see. King's got some more grenades in his clip. Looks like he's still got 6 more. He's got 7 more grenades in his clip. He's doing fine. So he can continue to give these guys a bad day and rain something on this dude. Sure, why not? Okay, so hopefully that wasn't an important structure. We wrecked something there and took half his hit points. So let me see. I got Blake here. Blake has his hand cannon. Actually, technically this is a laser pistol, I believe. He has line of sight.
Ready to fire.
He does. Can you hit this guy? He can. It's not a guaranteed kill, though. He actually has a pretty good chance to miss. But we're trying to get him cheap kills, so I always try to get your rookies, easy kills early. Or I could just move him in. I could have him moved from here. He needs 2 action points for a melee attack. So the last melee attack we had him initiate, he didn't get a kill, but maybe he could get a kill with this one. He can't get close enough, though. Alright. Well, maybe if I move him to here, he gets a better shot with the cannon. Or I can move him, like, here. No, that would be better. Or you could move here and take 2 shots. Let's try that. Got him. Alright, GG. Blake got his first kill. Hopefully that helps. And he's still got enough points to go on Overwatch. So, or I can move him again. Alright. Let me wait on his last action. So I got Lise here. I got Damien watching whatever is moving around this side. I got Husky still hanging out. He's got no immediate line of sight on anything. Might be a good time to redeploy Husky to a better position. I don't know what a better position is. We know we got 3 here and 1 back here. Not sure where would be a good place to set Husky up next. Maybe like here? Kind of position to look through the windows here, maybe? Don't know. Maybe here. Right next to Lise. Yeah, you can't really see anything good. Hey, caller, how you doing? GG, thanks. Actually, Husky being a sniper, maybe I should think about putting him in the high ground some damn where. Like up here or something. Or even here. Up here where King is. You know what, I kind of like that idea a little bit, but we probably need to deal with the one that's on the ground here first before I kind of get cute like that. So, let me move Husky to about here for right now. And we'll give him... Can he Overwatch with his... Yes, he can. Let's put him in Overwatch with his main weapon. Again, watching the same side. Alright. Damien's got a full set of moves. And so does Jack. Maybe I should have them go hunting. Maybe I should have them move this way, towards this guy. Be a little more aggressive. Blake. And Lise. Okay. And you know what? Maybe, well, no. Let's focus on this guy first, and then we'll think about going inside and helping the disciples in here. Because it sounds like they're in here fighting for their lives, and they could use some help. So, you know this guy's here. Let me see. Damien's the closest to that side. Can I move Damien all the way over here? Could he actually move here and get a kill? I could use his dash move. I haven't used dash all mission so far. This is the furthest he can move. I do not get any indications that he'll have line of sight, though. Or maybe I can start moving this way and come around the back alley like this. Get in that kind of position, just set up and wait for him. Or maybe not quite so close, because I don't know what is back there. We just know something's back there, so... I'll tell you what, let's move him to... a position like this.
On the double.
Alright, and then I'm going to send Jack kind of to back him up a little bit. Move him to about like this. Put him on Overwatch. So just in case he can catch a glimpse of something to his left through the window, he'll have coverage. Ooh, don't do that. Don't end my turn. I'm not done. Alright. And then King, Blake, Lise. What's this one? Dash. Reload. Don't need to reload yet. Alright. Blake, all I can do with him is Overwatch, so he's not aware of anything on this side. Or I could move him. Let me take that back. I don't have to Overwatch. Maybe I can just move him. How far can I move him back? Just this way. All right. Nah, I changed my mind. Let me just have him Overwatch this way, some kind of way. Alright, and then Lisa's got the only full set of moves left. Where should I move her? Maybe I'll move her towards these windows, see if she can see anything happening in here. Just a little recon, even though she won't be offensive. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let me move Lise to here just to see what she can see. Can she see the enemies? She stopped. Why? I thought I moved her here. Did I click the wrong tile? Normally I stop moving when they see enemies, but I don't see her seeing anything. Maybe I just misclicked. Move here. Alright. I was hoping maybe she could see something through this window back here, but she can't. Alright. Nobody else has enough action points to do anything else. Alright, end the turn. What was that noise? Oh, there's one of the disciples. He's fighting. Can't see what he's fighting, but we can see him fighting. Oh, he's banging. Look at him. He must be taking some hits. His will points are dropping. We just can't see what he's fighting. Ooh, or she, rather. Sounds like a female. Oh, damn. I see another enemy in there with him or her. Oh, crap. Now I can get in there and help her. She's fighting for her life. Hang on a second. Maybe we can get some intel on her now that we can see her. Who is this? An assault soldier. Does not have a name. We don't know what her name is. She's bleeding, though. She's got a little damage to her head, but other than that, she's pretty much intact. She's got a shotgun and full body armor. And yeah, she has assault training. She's bleeding, but not enough that it threatens her life just from bleeding. She's down about half her hit points, though, so she's in trouble. If we can help her, we should probably try to help her, because we are here to help these people. Let me see. Can I get Lisa in on the fight? I can move her inside how far? As far as here? Or here? Well, this is not within her natural range of motion. I can move her here, see if she can get line of sight and shoot something, and then still have enough action points maybe to move out the way. I mean, I don't want to be stupid and aggressive about it, but I want to try to help, if I can. So let me see. She can move here for... Actually, how did she get in there? There's no door here, or is there? Is that a door? Maybe she just goes right through the window. That would be pretty much what I expect my assault to do. Maybe here? Here? Color says, how are you, Kojo? I'm doing okay, Color. Just trying to shake the rust off from Phoenix Point here, but I think our mission's going pretty good so far. This has been pretty challenging. Alright, so let me see. I think we can move her in here. It looks like she'll go through the window and set up and take a shot. She might be able to see something here. I think there's still three aliens alive. I shouldn't call them aliens. They're not aliens, but Pandorans. It looks like at least 1, 2, and there's another one maybe out here. That one's outside, though, it looks like. Or not. Actually, it's not outside. It's just inside of another room. Yeah, this soldier here, she's getting surrounded. She hasn't taken a lot of damage yet, but she's probably going to be overwhelmed if we don't help her. So if I move Lise in, sorry, I don't want her to be alone. I want her to have some backup. So maybe I'll leave Damien and who's over here with him? Jack? Yeah. To kind of start working towards this one here. But maybe I'll start seeing if I can get everybody else to in on this fight. Maybe I can move King. Maybe it's time to move King down. Well, no, he can't use his grenade launcher from there. Maybe I can move him to here and he can see inside the door. Or maybe I can just lob a grenade from where he is. So I'm starting to see the difference between his grenade launcher versus his heavy cannon. Grenade launcher, I constantly require an arc of attack. You know, he's got to be able to lob his grenades. Whereas the heavy cannon, rather, you know, it's a projectile weapon, so he can just shoot it in straight lines. I think that makes him a little more versatile. Also, if I drop a grenade here, will it open up the room and kind of give us better line of sight in addition to doing damage on the one that's here? If I can do that without hurting kind of our friendly here. Or can he drop a grenade in here at all? From where he... Oh, he's got line of sight there. Now, he had it for a minute. No, not without hurting her. He can't do that. Looks like there's some openings there, though. Hang on a second. What's the architecture looking like there? Oh, yeah. He's got holes in the roof he can theoretically attack from. But I might need to reposition him to kind of make that work. All right, let me see. So he also has a hand grenade. So maybe if I can move King to a certain position, he can still throw his grenade. If he has enough action points left. He has to throw his grenade. He needs 2 action points. All right. So maybe I move him down. He can throw it through the damn door. At least put some damage on one. Or can I just drop him kind of, you know, Die Hard style through the ceiling and come down this way. Some kind of way. Yeah, it looks like I could do that. So I'd have him in the room with Lise, and on the next turn he could probably kick some ass. Or maybe here behind cover. Yeah, I might be able to do that. How far can I get him in the room if I do that? I can put him maybe there. Let me think. I just want to get him in some place to do some good on the next turn, not necessarily this turn. Maybe there. All right, so I'd have two in the room. It'd be King and Lise. Can I send somebody else with them? Who would be left over? Because Damien and Jack are working this other side. Who am I forgetting? Husky. Where's Husky? Here's Husky. Husky's got his full turn. Maybe get Husky in here. If I can get him far enough. Where can I move Husky? Maybe here? He might be able to see through one of those windows and shoot something. Maybe. There. That would use his whole turn. Maybe here. So I'd have those three. What could I do with... Where's our rookie? Blake. Blake's got his full turn. I could get him in the room. Actually, I could have him move here and still shoot something with a hand cannon. Or I can move him here. Maybe shoot through the window if he could see something. Let's move him here and see if he can see anything. Ah, he's got something. Let's see it. Aha! Arthron. Alright, so he's got line of sight. Let's see if we can get some stats on it. Alright, basic Arthron, no firearms. Alright, all we need to know. So he might be able to do something on this turn. We know there's at least two more in the room, two more enemies. Alright, so let me see if I can finish moving him. He was supposed to move to here. Can I move him inside? Not without using yet another action point. Alright. Can I move him inside to cover? Yes. Would he be able to shoot? He might. Actually, I don't have to worry about cover because that creature does not use firearms, although I don't know about the other two. Alright. Alright, give me Blake. Let's see. I'm going to have Blake move to here. He could shoot. I tell you what, screw it. Move him in. Can he see from there? He can. Do it. Alright, just one target. I was hoping maybe by the time he got there he could see the other two. But he can't.
Ready to fire.
Actually, that's not a bad shot. Not a kill shot, but could do some damage. Or I could overwatch him. That's our soldier. Can't see the other two, though. No. All right, good shot. Blake. Crippled one of his legs. Let's get Lisa in there. So, again, I don't have to worry about cover necessarily.
Repositioning.
Although, we can't see the other two. She can probably finish him off. Looks like. Is that a kill shot? Looks like it. Yes. Good
Enemy
job,
down.
Lise. And Blake finished one off. There's two more in there, though. All right. So, Husky. Where's Husky? All right. Let me see if I can get Husky in here to help with the inside assault. So next turn he'll be able to help. There's no action points left. All right, so I got Jack and Damien. King, actually I forgot, King can still move. I wanted to get him down in here. So totally forgot till just now. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just have him. Welcome back, Katie. Hey, Bam Bam, how you doing? Did I miss much? Hard to say, Katie. I'm not sure how long, where you left. We're still working the same mission. Still no injuries. We're still, our body count's still rolling up. So we're doing okay so far. Just trying to keep from doing something stupid. All right, let's see. Oh, this is not cover. If I move him here, it's not cover from that direction. I didn't realize that. Screw it. Let's get King in here. I thought I told him to move here. That's weird. All right. So still can't see the other two. That surprises me. Well, one's here. Did the other one die? Hey, there's another soldier here, so she's not alone. Two assault soldiers. Okay. So maybe the second one that was standing next to here, maybe that one died, like bled out or something. Still got to worry about this one. Hopefully these two have enough common sense to either attack together or retreat and draw this one out, but I guess we'll see. All right, what else we got? So now I just got King. King has an action point left? Well, there's nothing for him to do, so... All right. Damien and Jack still working. Two-man game over here. Bam Bam, how's your day? My day's not been too bad. All right, let's see. Actually, I think I'm going to leave Damien there just to overwatch. I'm not going to move him. He's kind of in a good defensible position. But I am going to move Jack, I think. Let's see if we can move Jack to... like here, maybe. Maybe here? Or there. Or should I consider moving Jack up? He can get up on the roof. Maybe here. Something like that. Nah, I wouldn't leave him action points. Maybe not on this turn. Alright. We'll move him here.
Let's do this.
Alright, that's our turn. Alright, she's bleeding out.
Time to die!
She's still charging in there. Did she kill it? She killed it. What a badass performance. Oh, she doesn't die though. Alright, that one back there is still retreating. And that's it. So we moved in here to try to help this soldier, but she's still bleeding though. Wonder if we can stabilize her with our med kits. That would. I don't want to see her die. Because she is giving it to him, boy. Alright, there's one hiding back here. I thought there was another soldier back there. What did he do? I don't know. Alright, let me see. So King is here. King, can you throw a grenade back
Good
there?
idea.
No, not quite. What about his grenade launcher? Open up the wall. Yes, right there. Actually get through that window and get some damage on it. Maybe get line of sight on it. Only problem is, there was a second soldier back here. I don't know where he is now. And I wouldn't want him to be caught like friendly fire. So, don't think I want to do that. Let's see. Maybe we can move... on it like in a couple turns. So, maybe if I move Blake into about here, he can... If he doesn't see anything, he can still overwatch. Or move him up here. Something like that. Let's try that.
Let's roll.
No line of sight. Okay. Let's overwatch him with his hand cannon. Just in case.
Overwatching.
Alright, and then Lise, where is she? She's inside here with him. How far can I move her completely? I can move her to here. Or here. Sorry. Come over to here. 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 Maybe there. Or here she'll have cover. Let's move her inside.
Sprinting.
Do something on the next turn. Wait, did she see something? What was that? No, she didn't. Okay. And then King. Where's King? I can move King to about maybe like here or here. Or up here or back there. Hey Q, how you doing? So none of them will be on Overwatch, but they should be in good offensive positions for the next turn. Let's move King up front next to where the other soldier was. I mean, he's a tank. I mean, he should be able to protect himself if something happens. Alright, so they're inside. They should be in a position to help this soldier. Alright, in the meantime, I've got Jack. Oh, I got Husky. Can I move Husky in further? Into a good spot anywhere? Let's move Husky to about here.
Double time.
Alright, so we got 4 inside and 2 outside. Q says doing well. Bam Bam says day is going good. Nice. So we know there's one back here. Our objectives are to kill all the enemies, so we're going to have to be aggressive about getting that one dead. He seems like he knows two of us are here, and he don't want none. So we're going to have to go after him, I guess. Let me see. I can move to here, here, here. Can I move up? Is this no? There's no roof structure. I move here, I can get line of sight. Might be a little too aggressive, though. Because that would be the end of his turn. How about... I'll tell you what, how about not there? How about I take Damien out here to about like this. Dude! He went through 2 windows when he could just went around the corner. That was kind of gratuitous. Can he throw his grenade?
Executing.
Not quite. All right. Don't do that. All right. Let's move Jack to here.
Moving to position.
Let's see. King's at action points. Husky still has an action point left, actually. Let's give him pistol overwatch. Just in case.
Holding position.
Alright, that's the end of the turn. Oh, she died. Oh, damn. We tried. I wanted to save her. We tried. Alright, here comes that one. I think Damien wrecked him, so that's the end of him. Oh, that's the mission. Aww. Oh, well, we didn't take any injuries, but I was trying to save that one soldier, but she bled out on the next turn. The last turn. Damn. I mean, she was one turn away from us getting in there and getting a med kit on her. I really wanted to save her. That's too bad. Oh, well. That's kind of a buzzkill. Husky says, I'm cute. Did you forget your nickname, Husky? Yeah, you asked for that nickname, I believe. Executioner, right. All right, GG Husky. And GG Squad. So that was actually a successful mission. I just was hoping we could save that one soldier. Oh well. So let me see. Did we not level up anybody? Doesn't look like it. So we killed all the enemies. 75 XP for general mission. And we protected all the key structures. So even though we did have, like, I think a little bit of collateral damage in one part of the map, we didn't allow any of the key structures to be destroyed. So, all right, good there. Husky says, I totally did. Yeah, I remember. At least I think it was you, Husky. You have successfully defeated all hostile forces. The leader of the Haven is grateful for your help. Better be. So, +6 in our relations with the disciples of Anu. +11, I don't know what this is. Public perception, maybe? But -1 with, what is it? Synedrion, and -2 with whatever the third faction is. I forget what they're called. We recovered 2 items from the battlefield. Looks like another hand cannon. I think this is a type we already have, and some more ammo for it. And then here's our reward, 262 materials, 188 food, and 30 tech. And hopefully we're making friends with this faction here. Alright, so attack analysis. Analysis of Pandorans' movement patterns have failed to identify their origin. The exact location of the Pandoran colony responsible for the attack remains unknown. If a colony attacks from within Phoenix base scanning range, it would be detected immediately. Alright, so I think they're trying to tell us that we need to expand our footprint of operating bases across the map so we can detect more stuff. Alright. What is this? The first initiation. A mysterious being known as the Apostle to the Once Born, a servant of the Exalted, has passed by our base, leaving the following message. What is the nature of a human being? Can we change? Is the faith in our souls where it may never be reached? Or is it in these broken bodies of ours? Perhaps the Phoenix Project can be a vessel of change. It is not up to this humble apostle to make such a decision, but I wish you well. May your actions please the keeper of the threshold. He will seek you out when you have shown your worth. If you say so. I don't know what the hell all that means. I guess it means she's impressed. It looks like we've started working our way up the hierarchy of disciples. Wonderful. Alright, so replenishing the field? Yes. Alright, so we had rescued the Bertha Haven here on our way. Really, we were on our way to this mission here on the Symes Retreat, which is a main storyline mission, apparently. That mission took a pretty long time to get through, so I don't know that we're going to get this done tonight. I'm probably going to put that off for the next stream. Q says, doing well being lazy. It's Saturday, Q, you're supposed to. Katie says, I'm just looking at Wi-Fi routers. My Linksys doesn't have the performance it used to. Oh, okay. And there's Donna. Donna, a little early for Halloween costumes, but welcome anyway. All right. But before we do that, let me look, see if our crew is fatigued. They might need to go back to base for a little bit of rest before we take on any other missions. Yeah, they're all mildly fatigued. We probably could take on another mission. I just don't know that we have time for tonight. What is this icon showing me? Jack has an empty ready slot. What does that mean? Oh, I think because Jack used a grenade. Alright, so we'll give him a spare here. Alright, that's good to know. Nobody else is crying out for anything. Yeah, so they're just tired but no injuries, so that's a good mission. Any mission with no injuries is successful to me. Caller says I didn't get home till 10 p.m. 10 p.m. tonight, you mean, caller? Did you have to work today or anything? All right, so we're going to double back to our home base and get some rest and relaxation. And let's take a look, see if there's any research we can do after that encounter. I think we had at least one new enemy type on that mission, right? So we need to do an autopsy, probably. Yeah, the Triton, what did they call it? I forgot now. The Triton something. Triton Berserker or Triton something. I forget. But let's get that in the research queue. And put the Pandoran evolution right behind them. So 2 days, 2 hours, and 6 days, 6 hours for those. So yeah, this is probably referencing the fact that every time we fight Pandorans, they evolve to adapt to our tactics and weapons. So every time we fight them, they're slightly different. Oh, I didn't notice that when we were in the field. It says Tritons are humanoid in basic form, but they have unusual secondary arms and some, it says, specialized mutations. We don't kind of know what those are yet. All right. Triton Stranglers, they're called. So we have to research them for more information, I guess. All right, let me put a quick save in there. All right. So all that we can do now is run the clock and let our... Oh, you know what? Let me look at the second base to see if our construction's done. So, nah. 3 more days for our satellite uplink here. And I still don't know why I can't build more food production. But we have food production on our first base, but not our second. I don't know how that works. And Luke Bradington, EU. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Bradlington, rather. Caller said, no, I was in Cleveland all day and just the entire city's power went out. Oh, did it really? So all the street lights and traffic lights were out. Wow. It was very creepy. Oh, okay, caller. I'm glad you made it home safe. All right. Let me see. Do we have any new diplomacy options? Oh, New Jericho's the third faction, but we haven't encountered them yet. We're making friends with disciples of Anu. Their opinion keeps going up. The Sanhedrin keeps hating them more and more. But nothing we can do about that, I don't think. Luke Bradlington says, how far in are you? I do not know. I've only been streaming it for a few weeks. So we're still really early in the campaign, but specifically, I don't know how to tell you how far in we are. All right, so I was really hoping we'd get to the Symes retreat, but kind of got detoured when that mission sprung up here at Bertha. So, we're not going to make it tonight. Although, you know what, there was another recruit here at the Synedrian Haven. Let me take another look at that. We didn't have enough resources to recruit before. Let me see if we do now. We still don't. So we need 638 material. We don't have that. And we would have kind of expensive on tech. But that's okay. We did hire one recruit tonight, and so now our roster is up to 6. Oh, you know what? Also, recruits available in 3 days. Okay, no, we didn't get past 3 in-game days yet. So we might see some there also. All right. Well, it was a successful combat mission. It's just we didn't get through as much of the other things as I was hoping to tonight. But I mean, we had a good combat mission. No injuries, no casualties, and we did hire a new recruit. So I guess that's not a bad outing. But yeah, Blake's still level 1. I'm hoping we can level him up and find out what he can do. Let me see. Did he? No, he hasn't unlocked level 2 yet. Luke, how much experience do you have with Phoenix Point? This is my first playthrough of it, really. So I'm still really learning. Oh wait, what's that telling me with research? Nothing. All right, not gonna worry about that. All right, folks. Wait, let me make sure I saved. Luke says, hardly any, just started playing a lot of XCOM. Oh, okay. Which made me check out this game. Right. Yeah, I'm a big XCOM fan. We did an XCOM playthrough that we finished off kind of around this time last year. And we played that through the summer. And I found out about this game because, you know, it was produced by the original designer of original XCOM. And I was just kind of curious to compare some of it. Name Donna. No, I did not, Donna. I'm not the one who killed you. She'll never get over that. So anyway, I was curious about some, you know, to compare it to some of the gameplay in XCOM. So far so good. I'm liking this one. I think the combat mechanics are greatly improved. I like how they've taken out a lot of the RNG as being a factor in your hit chances, you know, and success in that way. The story and world building is a little flat to me. But I do like the combat a lot better now that I'm getting used to it. And I've just really started scratching the surface. But before playing this, I had a lot of experience in XCOM, so. All right, folks, that's going to be it for me tonight. appreciate all the company. Hope you guys are enjoying us resuming our play on Phoenix Point. And you know, I put it down for a couple months, but I'm looking forward to trying to get back to it, mainly because the more I read about it online, the more I realize we've only scratched the surface of it. There's a lot more depth and content that I have yet to discover. So I'm going to try. I don't know that if we're definitely going to do a full campaign, but I'm going to stick with it a little bit longer and see how much more we can unlock and uncover. But yeah, appreciate you folks being here. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday night, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.